Okay, I think all the microphones are set up accordingly. Let me know if the sound of noisy next door neighbours and their loud child is a problem, and I will make sure that I close the window. I'm kind of hoping they're not being picked up, but if they are, the last thing I want is YouTube going, oh, it's the sound of a child screaming, this is for kids, because then my video will get buried. But I don't want to close the window because it's still warm in here, and if I close the window, then I am going to get baked, and then there will be cake. Right. Just need to alert everyone that the stream is live, and I am in fact here. Hopefully the right stream is set up. It is. Okay. That's a relief. And as I just said a moment ago, if you've only just turned up, if the sound of my next door neighbours and their child is too loud, let me know and I will shut the window. Hopefully it's fine. I, don't want a child screaming all over the VOD because that's not entirely clean VOD fun, but also, quite frankly, I don't want YouTube hearing a child screaming and burying my VOD. So let me know if the sound outside is too bad, and I will deal with it then. But hopefully it stays fine, and it's not an issue. Welcome, Inuyuki Hakusho. Thank you for coming. Today we're going to be building Shishibe Shion. But first, I just want to appreciate the opening theme of AMAIM Warrior on the at the battlefield. The opening theme. This absolutely slaps. Great OP. Right, let's get started. Shishibe Shion. From AMAIM, Warrior at the Battlefield. Or something like Yokai Senki or something like that. I don't know what the Japanese name is. I am starting to get really fucking tired of the noise outside. I am about to go knock on next door and tell them to put a leash on their child. Okay, so where do we start on this one? Is it head? Order of assembly. Head, body, right arm, left arm, waist, right leg, left leg. Complete assembly, base, and then we build Nayuta, which is Shion's AI. So we're starting with the head. So we've got some options here. We can use blank heads and do our own head design, or we can take the pre-made head. For fuck's sake. I am going to go to that window in a minute and scream very loud slurs. Nah, it's alright. So it's so we could use the pre-made head. Welcome, Draven. Or we could get some blank heads and apply water decals. Yeah, why the hell would I do this when they give us a pre-made head? I've heard this child yelling at like 9 PM out in the garden. So Draven, that's 7 PM. That isn't a guide, really. Right, so I'm gonna make our first part. It's done. We built the head. Built the head. Already done. Masterpiece. You know, that was so much work, guys. So much effort. But really pulled through. And that's a good looking head. I think we did well. So, just going to let myself into this. So I started watching this show pretty much today, and I am like 8 episodes in. And Shion Shishibe doesn't really show up until like episode 6. So I had to wait a while for my waifu to show up. But I like her a lot. She's fun as a character. She likes pottery. Hopefully, this figure isn't as delicate as the pottery she makes. Fingers crossed. Right, need to build a head. So, we've got the head. Now we need to... We need C's. Here's C's. These are small spools, which I like. This should be a relatively simple figure to make. Seems weird to me that they would make a Figure-Rise Standard for Shion, but not for like any of the other main cast. Despite the fact that we see the main cast a lot, and Shion isn't introduced until like episode 6. But it's a really good show so far. It's kind of like, it's a little bit like Code Geass, but a little bit less political. Like Code Geass, you really get a feel for like everything happening with the war behind the scenes, but with AMAIM Warrior at the Battlefield, it is trying to focus a bit more on just what's entertaining, I think, without trying to give you a history lesson. I mean, you get a history lesson, but it's far less like prevalent. All you need to know is main character's confused and he's caught up in a battle that he knows nothing about. You know, that's all you need to know with the main. Like, there's political factions and people warring to be like the big important person who knocks out this super dangerous unmanned mech that's going around causing trouble. And that's like one facet of the story, but then you got the main character who's just sort of like ends up joining a terrorist faction, and then you kind of got like the human aspect of it, you know, war, and you know, we're doing this for the people, and you know, here's what really matters, all that fun stuff that, you know, you like to see in a military anime. A1, D2, B, C1. Is this A? God. You know what I was saying about having small spools? Ooh. Here's spool A. Oh my. Okay. So, A1. This Figure-Rise seems like they're nice big parts, they're well defined. The spools are very sort of like laid out in a sensible way. Like, I really like what I'm seeing so far with Figure-Rise. If they're all like this, then I'm going to really enjoy building Lacus Clyne, and what I'll do is I'll just focus on getting more Figure-Rise kits, because clearly they're quite well defined and sort of straightforward. Oh my god, this kid. Can everybody else hear this? Or am I just going completely and utterly insane? Right, so the knobbly part it's this part first. C2 11. Cut out cleanly. Working on it, my friend. So this show, would I recommend it so far? AMAIM's or AMAIM, Warrior at the Battlefield, or Yo, whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, Yadagarasu Senki or something. Yeah, I probably would, honestly. It is quite good so far. So the bit with the knobbly holes, if it's pointing that way, knobbly holes that way, pointing down. It's in, tight. C27 is... So that slides in sort of there. Oh yeah, I kind of see it. It's not quite the connection I'm expecting. Never mind, I think I got it. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then C29 connects into these sides. We're going to have a head very quickly. And I am okay with that. Head very quickly is a good sign. Right. Got a head here. And then that one into there. Getting head very quickly. I can't joke about things like this when there's a window open and there's a kid outside, because YouTube might get the wrong idea. C28 goes in the top part of the head. Basically, this is now time trial mode. I've got to build this as fast as possible to avoid the background sound. Yeah, AMAIM, pretty good so far, honestly. Right, her, I knew this would happen. Thankfully, it's a sticker. Shion has a little, like, hair clip here. And I figured it wouldn't be a plastic clip-on. You joke, but that really does happen with YouTube. Like, as soon as it decides a video is for kids, like, that's it. Years of history of comments lost. If you at all believe in, like, preserving history, you would be as mad as I am about the way that's done. It's not quite perfect, but oh well. If I cared enough, I'd come peel it off later. You tribute her. My God. Right. We have a completed Shion head already. And the little nub in here is already set. Already ready to clip onto... Right. I am closing that window, and I'm doing it loudly and theatrically. I can't get to that window. Not without tripping over 1,500 things. How bad is it for you guys? I could go to the window and start singing Les Miserables very loudly. I don't know any of the words, so I'd have to make up some fake French. Javert 24601. Anyway, my name is Javert. Suck my dick. Something like that. Oh, man. It's too warm for this. I flew 10,000 miles for this shit. So this looks relatively simple to build, this lab coat. I think it's weird that she wears a lab coat. When I first saw her, I thought it was a model kit for Makise Kurisu. I almost shot out of my own pants, but it's not a Makise Kurisu kit. She has a lot of similarities, you know, hair color, lab coat, but not quite the same. I could imagine she's Makise Kurisu, and that would probably help. Anyway, that's it for hair. That's all her hair done. There is nothing left on that spool. So, I think we can dispose of that spool, but I'm just going to be careful. You know, there might be like, use part of spool or something. I don't know how ridiculous these kits get. Right. Let's stop putting it off. Let's stop putting it off. That's right. C1, 5. C1 and A8. So let's do A8 first. Let's get A8 out here so I know what I'm looking at. A8. Oh, right. Okay. That's, that's the skin part of her torso. Honestly, that's kind of hot. I'm holding a bare part of skin right now. Oh, steady on. C1, 5. C1, 5. Send C1. This is a baggie we haven't opened yet. C1, 5. And D1. C1 and D1 in here. So parts of Nayuta, her AI, which I'm pleased the kit comes with, because I wasn't even aware it came with her AI. But that's kind of cool. Right, so bits we need. C1, 5. C1, 5. Waifu kits are fun, because, you know, they're a little bit more sort of complicated. It's not that I don't think robots are cool. It's that if you give me an option, you can put robots on your shelves, or you can put anime ladies on your shelves. Bruh. It looks a bit like the Discord mascot Wumpus, doesn't it? A little bit. Right. If I can put anime girls on my shelves, or I can put robots on my shelves. Naturally, I'm going to put robot girls on my shelves. Well, that's been the case up until now. This lady is very much flesh and blood. So, D2, no, B, B5, and B5, B5. One of these days I'll have a D12, and then I'll have to make some D12 references. Right, so A8 attaches to Digivolve to C15. That's nice and clean. I like that. And then we've got two ring parts that just sort of slide in. specifically with the bit that you cut off pointing outwards. That's what it specifies on the drawing, so that's how we got to do it. Got to make sure these are perfect. The stream today was going to be delayed, but I decided to start early, despite the fact that there was all this background sound. I figured that, attached image, attached, yeah, looks fine. I figured I would just start when I felt like it. I did a little bit of Fortnite before I came here, not a big deal. C14. I just want to make sure I don't miss out on any prestige skins, because so far since I've been playing, I've got them all, which you know, it's been a bit of a foolish move, but hey-ho, it is what it is. Tons of quests now. I'm like 3 weeks behind on quests. Looking forward to the next season. I'm also looking forward to what Fortnitemares is going to be like this year. We need C13. C13. It's this one with like several knobs on it. Hey ERB and Co, how's it going? I'm just building another waifu. Shishibe Shion from AMAIM, Warrior at the Battlefield, which I am so far enjoying very much. It's not a bad show. So the pointy end there, then C1 goes there. Aha. Doesn't clip in at the bottom. B13. Ah! The lab coat. Yes. Which anime franchise is she from? AMAIM Warrior at the Battlefield. Or as I like to call it, AMAIM Waifu at the Battlefield. Because she's pretty hot. Where I am in the show, she's barely had a chance to shine yet. She's been in one fight so far, where she kicked tons of ass, but only one fight so far. Why would they build her with, like, visible skirt? Oh, because the lab coat comes over on top, and then once we're dealing with the lab coat, that's going to be stickers. We've been good so far. We've had one sticker so far, but that's going to change on this page, where we've got stickers on the front of her coat, stickers on her arms. She's got a lot of stickers on her that we're going to have to deal with. Right, so we might as well... Yeah, looks like we affix her torso now. Which actually has defined clip locations, which is honestly really nice. Wow, that clicked in beautifully. That's what I'm talking about. That is nice. Right. So we've got a clip on the front of her coat, and on her coat there's 2 stickers that go here and here. I kind of want to build the robots from this show. At the very least, Shion's AMAIM unit, but possibly Shiba's AMAIM unit as well. But at the very least, Shion's unit, because then it can stand behind her as a nice display item. Stick file. No, that's a knife. Where's my stick file? It gets so warm with this laptop going. It really does. It's been quite a warm day today. Nasty warm. Right. So the 2 stickers for the coat are going to be these 2 here. 8 and 9. 8 and 9. 8 goes on the left part of the coat and 9 on the right part. I was kind of hoping they'd do this as molded plastic, but no. So I've been looking at how people outline the grooves on their models once they're complete to like get a cel-shaded look. I'm kind of tempted, because I built him a while ago and he's not doing anything, kind of tempted to take a ultra fine line Sharpie to my RX-78-2 Gundam and having a go at putting the cel shading lines around all the grooves. I'll soon find out if it's a good idea or not. I wouldn't go and buy a whole bunch of Gundam markers until I've proven with like an ultra fine Sharpie that it looks alright to me. Because if it don't look alright to me, then I've ended up buying markers I'm not going to use. That's one side of a coat attached. What I love about the way this is molded is that it clips in really nice. Like, that ain't coming apart. If I were to drop this, everything stays connected. That's beautiful. You don't always find a model that stays like that, but that works really nice. The articulation's kind of weird on the chest here. That's kind of odd, but okay, 8, 9. Right arm time. Not bad. Head, body. Right arm and left arm. These arms look incredibly basic. It's just that there's stickers on them, really. It looks like the hand, you get a choice of hand. Well, I got a choice of this hand, I got a choice of this hand, right? Well, I got tons of experience with this hand, so I'm going to use this hand. B3. The B3 is connected to the B1. The B1's connected to the B7. B1, right, with the small bit showing this way, this connects on at this angle, and then with the knobbly bit down, that was easy, right, that's where the sticker goes. The B8's connected to the B10. B8's connected to the B10. Your Haruhi, is that a model kit? Because, man, the idea of a Haruhi model kit turns me on greatly. That is not the cleanest cut I could have made at all. I've made a few egregious mistakes with this one so far. Just trying to do it quickly. B8. Looks like that goes in that way. Does it go all the way in? I feel like it's supposed to. Ah! Yeah. That was a bit tough on my hand. Yeah, now that's round the right way. Yeah, that looks about right, doesn't it? Right. Number 7. Sticker 7. Want to apologise for Thursday and Friday? That's okay. Dude, no. It's cool. I was exhausted both days. I've had so much work recently. It is absurd, and it's just going to continue to pile up this time of year. Because, you know, students, the place I work, as you know, sells a lot of home essential stuff. And, you know, when you're the only place in the city that sells it, you know, every student is coming to you for their pots and pans. And that's a lot of stock. Right, that's the arm sticker. Of course, a lot of stock means a lot of deliveries. It means you turn up to work and there's just cages of stuff to work. And while you're trying to get that out, there's 1,000,001 customers who are like, to save me looking, fuck off, you know? To save me looking. And you just, how about you look? I mean, am I wrong to suggest that people come to the store and they look for what they need? Is that old-fashioned? Am I out of touch? Where is C? C1. Oh my god, Ice Cream Man now. There is no end to the noise. Which now means next door's child is going to be like, Mommy, Daddy, ice cream, give me ice cream. Chocolate-yo disco. Chocolate-yo disco, chocolate-yo disco. Chocolate-yo disco. That's going to sound weird with no context. It was a huge hit in Japan, I swear. It was played on the radio at least twice. Alright, and we need a hand. For Shion, I will be using the outstretched hand, because Father outstretched my hands. Oh. gave the microphone a little rub. Give the microphone a little rub. Hand. And then with arm facing this way, hand facing this way. And now the hand is coming just out of the lab coat. That is super cool. Now we just have to repeat that process for the other arm. Because we built one arm, we essentially know the process for the other arm. So we know what parts we're going to need. So I've got a choice with this arm, whether I want this hand or this hand. Well, from past experience, I know a lot about this hand, so I'm going to use this hand. And might as well clip that one out, because we know we're going to need it soon. Right, it was white parts on this spool, so we needed B2, because the B2 is connected to the B3. And the B2 is connected to the B6. And there's a B9 in here somewhere. It's really relaxing, honestly. You should check out Gunpla and model kits. You might discover a new obsession. I know I have. You get a figurine when you're done. Yeah. It's not just Gundams. Made a Goku. Admittedly, this one doesn't move very much. In fact, he doesn't have any articulation at all. But, you know, give you an idea of what's out there. There are some Gokus that are very articulated that you can build, and just Dragon Ball Z characters in general. There is a shit ton of those sets out there, so, you know, not trying to get you obsessed, but okay, if you do intend to get it, there is a scheme whereby I can get a voucher and you can get a voucher if you use my link. So what I'll do is if you're like, today I'm gonna buy that Gunpla, let me know and I will link you to it with a special link where I get a £5 voucher when you complete the transaction and you get a £5 voucher when you complete the transaction. B2 this way, nub this way, and then that's that part of the arm. Then it was this one, arm pointing this way, this side pointing out, and then this bit really struggling to get that down there. Ah! Ow! Hurts your finger every time. With decal facing that way, arm facing that way. Hand goes into, that's right, into C1. It's a big bit. It's a big piece. C1. I think that's it for the C spool, isn't it? $3D prints are your obsession, fair enough. I was looking to get a 3D printer this year, maybe around Black Friday deals, but now, looking at the state of this room and the state of the house in general, and the processes that need to go into place to turn this into a true area of learning and creativity, my focus is more on, like, shelving units, LED strip lighting, storage boxes, that sort of thing. That's what I'll be looking at during Black Friday. Want to do this room out with a fuck ton of LED lighting. I can walk in and go, "Hey Siri, turn on the lights." Turning on the lights, and then all the LEDs turn on. It's just be like, yeah, now I'm in the zone, I'm in the creative zone, and this is what it's all about. That's what I need, is that creativity, that buzz. And I just need to make sure that the hand is going in the right way. Because it's going to be hard to remove this if it's wrong. Right. That looks right, doesn't it? Pretty good. Right. So that is head, body, and 2 arms assembled. His legs. Why is waist and legs in color? Waist. So now we're starting on the A parts, like the major A parts. Like spool A is this big ass spool here. You need LEDs that change color. Oh, like the reactive lighting. If I decide to go for that, I would want that behind my monitor. But I don't know, I feel like that kind of lighting might be distracting if I'm, like, trying to focus on some tight shooting in Fortnite or something. I'd maybe consider it. Depends if I could find that sort of thing cheap. Right, waist. A29. Here's A29. It's A29. Right, A29 connects to A30 and A31. Which are here. This spool looks like a lot, but you've got to remember that parts like this are from the... Oh, sorry. Parts like this are from the stand. So, it is a lot of pieces, yes, but not all of them are used on the model specifically. Right. So this one I got to make sure I get right, because I usually fuck the waists up. I fuck everything up. I'm CJ. CJ from Grove Street. It's this one. With panties this way. I mean, it makes sense. The leg has to connect, right? So the best way to do that with articulation is to clip in the connectors for the legs here. Yeah, not gonna lie, this one's a little bit trickier. Oh, 45 quid for mood lighting. That's a lot, but it's a one and done thing, so. If my employer sells it, I could probably get it through them. And then I could get a staff discount. We do sell some lighting in our store, but nowhere near enough. Speaking of nowhere near enough lighting, on comes the main room lighting. I actually have a third lighting source available. Unlike before, on previous streams in this room, I now have a lamp nearby as well, should the situation with lighting become so drastic that this one is really tricky. This part is the trickiest so far. Without a doubt. Get in there, you slut! Ow, 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 ow. My poor fingers. Alright, holding it at this angle, with it pointing this way. Holding it this angle, with it pointing this way. Once I'm done with this bit, this fidgety bit, the rest should really be straightforward. Man. You'll always have lamp. Yes. Until the government wants you to pay more to use lamp. Didn't get the click though. Really not satisfied about that. I mean, it's in. And there. Connected in the right way. I'm just going to have to roll with that. A25. Hey, Jacob. Now I'm hearing music in the background. If I get content ID claimed for that, that shit would be hilarious, bro. If someone's got like a party on outside or something, or a barbecue. I get where that's meant to connect. I had a click. That's positive. Oh! There we go. That looks about right. Oh my god, that waist is one of the hardest things I've built. And it's like... It's 4 parts. Oh, I'm sweating. Just like today's sponsor, Pocari Sweat. Oh, I wish I had some Pocari Sweat right now. I'll have to import some Pocari Sweat. Even better, I work a stone's throw from a place that will sell Pocari Sweat, which is dangerous knowledge. Said the Fonzie. 16. When a problem comes along, you must nip it. A32. That one's really kind of bullshit. Really in there. And A17. Let's put those together first. A16. Okay. Actually, A17. A little little bit of excess plastic on there. Right. I'm so confused. Like that? No. Okay, yeah, but that's sticking out. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. I was a bit confused. But that's right, because that's where it attaches to the waist. Bear with me. You see? I was a bit concerned, but that's right. A23 and A28. Johnny, welcome. Yeah. Johnny hasn't missed a stream this time, which is unfortunate because it's the end. I'm kidding. I wouldn't dare press stop stream just in case YouTube is like, okay, this time we believe you. A23 is this one. A28. A26 into A28. Easy. Oh. Oh. Right, there is a bit of leg articulation before these two connect with each other. There's a rather sinister looking joint that needs to be built. A12 and A11, A12 and A13. A12 and A13. And A14. Okay. This looks finicky, but not too finicky. It's relatively straightforward. With it pointing this way. One up, one down. Like that. There's little arrows on it to make sure that you're going the right way, which is really handy. I really appreciate that detail. Okay, that's made our leg joint. So now leg joint facing this way, leg facing this way. And leg facing this way. Doesn't feel very secure, honestly. Sort of comes loose a little bit, doesn't it? Oh, my back. Are you buying the upcoming Lego browser for $29? Oh, Lego Bowser. No, I don't have any of the other Lego Mario kits. After anime waifus. There we go. I'm sweating real bad in here now. It has been a hot day. Alright. What do I need to build the right foot? Is there any anime waifus you want me to make you? I'll get back to you on that one. I'll find you something on like Thingiverse or whatever. D2 4. If there's no limits on the depravity, there's definitely something I would like you to print for me. Nothing. Right. D A34. It sounded like Shao Kahn. You Shao Kahn, be serious. Right. Small bit on top. Toilet looking shape. Aha! That clicked in. A36. A21. 19. A 36 into a 21. Not bad. Wow. That and our fancy. That is one fancy way to make a shoe. That was so many steps to make a shoe. Shao Tucker. Shao Tucker's nuts. There's a little bit of my daughter in every bag. A38. Just heard my dad sneeze and then tell himself to fuck off. Oh, that's funny. I wonder if the mic picked that up, because that was hilarious. Alright. Big nub goes in shoe. Small nub goes into a piece I haven't clipped off yet. A9. A9. This is the little bit of ankle you can see. It's the existence of kits like this that make me hopeful that one day, should my amazing game or series or book take off, that, you know, there could be an ACO model kit or a Judas model kit. Oh my god, barking because he sneezed? Really? Got nothing better to do? Don't get me started on those fucking pets and their behaviour today. Come home to a trashed house. Really not convinced with how that leg is connecting. Maybe I'm just articulating it too much. Looks like it connects to the waist okay. Right. Last leg. So this... this should be the last part of this model. Last major part. I need to take a moment to get a breather because this room is warm. I'm gonna open the door to try and get some of this warm air out. I'm gonna help myself to an orange or two just for some natural energy. Might even pop to the other room and pick up my last cold can of Nestea. We're like one leg of finishing her. So how are folks, by the way? We could do a little Q&A here. We could catch up with the chat. Hey Escape, did you see what I said about Destiny? No, what's up? Oh, that's a good Satsuma. That's a very warm Satsuma because this room is very warm. Well, it really shouldn't be this absurdly warm in here. We're all like Avatar the Burning Earth up in this joint. You know what I'm saying? Fire Nation is attacked right now. Come back with a nice, tasty, cool beverage. Yeah, that sounds like Nestea. Or that sounds like pear cider, but pear cider's not a good idea. Not with work tomorrow. So after Shion, we got her AI to build, but Nayuta looks really simple by comparison. Really don't hear a click on these, and that's concerning. Right, I'm gonna get that cold can of Nestea. You know what? No, we're doing a build. We're doing a build. Let's make it a special occasion, eh? Let's make it something to celebrate with. We're gonna drink a Gohan. We're gonna drink a white grape flavored Ocean Bomb. Yeah! That's more like it. Nothing quite like a white grape flavor Ocean Bomb. Oh. Mmm. Do love me some Ocean Bomb. Right. Need to do A12. A11. I was looking for an anime to watch at work, but, you know, I got that sorted now. With AMAIM, Warriors on the battlefield. I might as well carry on with it, considering I'm, I think, halfway through it now. I don't know how many episodes there are, but I figure when you're about 7 episodes through a show, you're usually halfway. Which ocean bomb? The sparkling water ones or the milky ones? Oh, definitely the sparkling water ones. Oh, yeah. No, the milky ones aren't my scene. I'm all about the sparkling water ones. A27 and A24. Wouldn't mind getting hold of some 30-minute sisters, because, as the name suggests, you're supposed to be able to build them in 30 minutes. Which, I mean, might be an interesting experiment sometime. Right, with leg pointing this way. Click. See, that time it clicked. There we go. The articulation on that one seems a little bit better. Right, the shoe was a lot of steps, if I remember. It was like... A35. D5. Oh, this is the other D25. It's 2 halves at the top of the shoe. The spool is useless now. Discard. A38. So I used A37 for that shoe. Don't think it's much of a difference. I would imagine the shoes are much the same. And it feels sturdy enough. If I use the wrong shoe part, it barely seems to matter. A22. Let's catch chat, because I haven't looked in a while. Try my nuts. Oh, someone's going to use that out of context in some, like, internet video. Oh my god, Escape Route British told me to try his nuts. And A10. It's the skin-coloured, visible bit of leg. which you know is a fetish of mine. Am I doing this right? Yes. Yes, I'm doing this right. It looks wrong, but it clips in around the plastic like that. I used the wrong foot part, but it barely seems to matter. And then that clips on too. Okay, aha! There's an A38 that I'm missing, which is this piece here. Sir Lord Matthew Jonas, is it true that you once told people to try your nuts? Dude, you went through years of my videos, and that's the thing you took umbrage to? Dude, my content was ripe for the picking, and you chose to try my nuts come in? Bruh. Yeah. I don't want to alarm anyone. But I think we're basically done. You son of a bitch. You son of a beep beep, son of a beep beep gun. This bit. The bit that caused me all the trouble. this waist is the bad timeline. You fucking foot, get back here. Oh, is she gonna be one of those, like, weak figures, like Mobile Doll Sarah? Where she's kept up with her own stand, because she can't fucking stand on her own. Because her leg falls apart. Yeah, I think she's one of those. Well, I can always roll out the plastic cement if there's a dodgy part. It just means I lose that articulation. On some of these, the articulation is so poor, honestly. The figure I've built with the best articulation, besides, of course, the RX-78-2 Gundam, the figure I built with the best articulation, the figure I built where everything moves and doesn't come apart when you move it, is definitely this one that didn't just break apart while I was moving it. Yes. Yes, Gun Girl Lady. Commander Santa. Off the Lost Media Wiki. No, Commander Bianca. Camera head girl actually maintains her shape. Right. Ah. Now that her legs are enclosed in the skirt, it's kind of harder for them to detach. Okay, I'll give the model credit for that. Yeah. Not bad. Her hair seems to bend a little once she's attached to her neck. Or she doesn't fucking attach to her neck. Let me see if I can just... No, it's not a joint that will move. She really doesn't have much of a neck, does she? Finally, a system for me! Yeah, a little bit concerning. Then again, in the artwork, she's not really presented with a neck. Right, so there's a stand to build. What I need to get is some little plastic hobby clip boxes. And then I can put the remaining bits for each of these builds in a box marked with the model's name, so then I don't lose anything, rather than having to keep giant spools around or loose parts barely enclosed in cardboard boxes, which is less than ideal. Oh yeah, I built one of these bases before. for Mobile Doll Sarah, but it was clear, it wasn't black. It looks like Bandai makes much the same base for all figures. But then that is true because you can buy special like action bases and things like that. Fucking neck. Pretty sure a neck doesn't come loose in the show. Like, base attaches at different heights, but let's be real. There's only so many heights you can display this without it looking weird. Pretty much that height, right? Hey, mama, I ain't got no neck. Capiche? I ain't got no neck, mama. Looks alright. Right. Let's build our AI. It's the mostly easy one. There's a few stickers. So this is the AI that pilots her robot, Nayuta. He won't let men pilot an AI. Won't let men pilot a robot when he's the AI. He's a creep, basically. That's kind of his character. It's fun watching the other AI roast him. That is kind of fun. Right, they suggest you apply the stickers once you've applied the head, but before you connect the body. This one's a little bit tricky because you have to really push it in there. There we go. Right, so stickers. 4 stickers. Yep, that's right. 4 stickers on him. It's an alright show. I'm watching it because, you know, I got a Crunchyroll membership, and it's on Crunchyroll, and I'm building the model from it. I mean, I picked the model up because, you know, it was a waifu model that seems to be in stock pretty much everywhere right now. Is a good price for me to be confident I could build it. Came with a completed face. And then once I discovered the show and the show attached to this, because I didn't really know anything about AMAIM when I bought this. But any of my friends watching who draw fun stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Can we please do something about the distinct lack of Shion Shishibe art on the internet, please? You know what I'm talking about. Because when the only good piece out there is by Tomobobu, yeah, okay, it's Tomobobu, everything he draws is a masterpiece, but the only piece that's out there is Tomobobu. There is nobody else brave enough to draw Shion Shishibe. Come on, artists. Get busy. Here's their AI. Nayuta. Not the best quality build. I'll tell you what. Not the worst either. Pretty good. There's other heads, you know, if I want to come back on another stream at some point and build the other heads and the hands, maybe on another cleanup stream, we have that option. So I need to find somewhere to stick her now. I'm running out of shelf space here. Yeah, that'll do. Well, I'll take a photo of her in a second. Of all the builds so far, Gun Girl Lady is still my favourite. She's got good articulation. And she's not falling apart. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know if AMAIM Warrior on the Battlefield is on any other service, or even on Blu-ray or DVD over here, because I mean it's fairly recent, so it might not be. I'm just going to take a photo and show that to you guys on camera. I'm fairly happy with this build. Okay. Here she is. I think her face looks a bit derpy. Look, I might make the other faces at some point, because I think her face looks a bit derpy. Nayuta looks pretty good. Yeah. Pretty happy with that. Okay, I'm not going to do that usual thing where I like hang around for 5 minutes after the model's completed, looking for shit to do. I'm going to pack my tools away, get rid of my rubbish, put the stickers and the water transfers. Oh no. You know what? She probably doesn't look too bad if you use the mouth sticker on the open mouthed one. Yeah, we'll look at that and the remaining hands another time. So I'll leave that one spool that's got the remaining bits on it. 2 stickers, paperwork, in a box. But yeah, pretty good. I'm happy with that. We sort of filed down as we went this time, so it wasn't so messy. I'll post the pictures on the Discord, as per usual. For a show I knew nothing about before I started building these models, I'm pretty much like... I'm into her. Until next time, if we live that long, take care. Bye-bye.